Jungleberry, a synthetic marijuana trip report from Shroomery. Shit fucked me up. I'm not quite sure where to begin with this. The weekend started off like any other. Call up some friends, ask if they want to smoke up, reach destination, proceed to get blitzed. So we're sitting outside of this cafe, quite a few of us, I'd say 8 or maybe 9. The plan was that we were going to have a couple bowls there and then, and go find somewhere to chill to just sit down and have a good time. My friends packed me a bowl of this stuff called Jungleberry, which I guess is sort of similar to the K2 spice or whatever, and, as per usual, I cane that shit till my lungs are on the verge of combustion. It slowly starts to hit me, but I felt like being ballsy, so I asked for a second bowl not 10 seconds from the last. This is where shit starts to hit the fan. For the next 10 minutes I am ridiculously fucking high, and then reality starts to warp. Everything is completely black, but not in the way one would think. It wasn't like the colour black, nor the black where you close your eyes. It's the kind of black that exists before you were born, where there is just completely nothing there. Suddenly 2 specks of colour fade in, a red speck and a purple speck. At this point in time nothing was wrong, just 2 dots of colour in forever darkness. Now the colour starts to expand and contract, stretch and explode, blend with each other and revert back into dots, and then continue to just go completely insane. It doesn't sound bad, but it was painful. Extremely painful. Why was the rapid expansion and contraction of these 2 colours hurting me? Well, I have no idea. This felt like it was happening for an infinite amount of time. That I was trapped in this pre-life stage with red and purple colours fucking around forever. Then, instantly it all vanishes. Now this next part is extremely difficult to explain. My mind, like my consciousness, is trapped in an extremely narrow space, but as before there was nothing there, just this pre-life darkness. I had to keep my mind moving forward, for if I stopped or turned around, my mind would be consumed by something. I don't know what it was, but it was just something that would consume my mind. The issue was that as my mind was moving forward through this narrow space, terrifying things were spawning in front of my mind, although there was absolutely nothing there. My mind was extremely hesitant, and thus it would stop or turn around to try and flee, but end up being consumed by this void. Being consumed by this nothing again was indescribably painful, but as my mind was killed, it would be reborn in another narrow space of pre-life darkness. The amount of times my mind died and was reborn, I can't say. It felt like it was lasting forever and just continued to happen. Another transition occurred. With this repeating phenomena of pre-life darkness, except this time I was looking at myself from a top-down view. There I was, lying in this darkness, not on any surface, just lying there. Suddenly everything zoomed into the head of myself lying there in fetal position, and I saw myself sitting in an office chair, the types with rolly wheels and arms. I was tied to it with a thick rope, and I was also in a straitjacket. I began to imagine myself puking, constantly puking for who knows how long, and I could feel myself puking as well. I did indeed end up waking up covered in puke. Another transition this time. I was doing battle with everything in the universe, and luckily enough the surroundings weren't pre-life darkness, but I don't know what they were at all. When I say doing battle with everything in the universe, I don't mean swinging swords at puppies and planets. In fact, I don't know what I mean, it's indescribable. In order to win against this everything, I had to time something right in order to pass. Pass through what? I'm not really sure. Time what right? I don't know again. If I mistimed whatever I had to time correctly, I'd be transported to the pre-life darkness for eternity, and then transported back to try and time whatever it is that I had to time correctly. Eventually I ended up timing it right, after an infinite amount of time in this trip, upon which I woke up. But the bad shit doesn't end there. I woke up with absolutely no idea what the fuck had happened to me, where the fuck I was, what life was. I had no idea about anything. Call it 20 minutes of the worst case of amnesia around. It felt like I had been placed onto this earth by something. That at the very point I woke up from the trip was the very point where I had been brought into existence. All my friends were panicking and asking me if I was okay. I was busy asking them who the fuck they were, and where the fuck I was, and how the fuck I got here. This lasted for about 20 minutes, until I slowly started to piece reality back together again.